Yes, boys, PINA Player of the Month is probably coming. It is the day we all feared. It is not confirmed yet, but it is just very likely more on her, Fodder, and the market impacts later. But let's walk you through what you could be doing right now, possible investments, and everything with the game at the minute. I am genuinely really scared for that PINA Player of the Month, just for the game, the market, everything, boys. I will be honest, right? But let me show you what I've been doing recently and how you can apply the same, or what you can be doing, okay? If you've been on the Twitch streams, you will have seen that we bought this Van Dijk for 109, sold him for 1.2 nearly, so about 50,000 coins profit on the Van Dijk, and you'll have seen all these sales as well. We bought this Bernardo Silva at 40, he's still 40,000 coins, but we sold at 55, and you know, we've done really well here. I don't know why that card sold, and we've got a few more investments. However, a lot of the investments feel like they're still possible for you boys to make. A lot of the cards we bought are either gone down or the same price. A few of them are up, right? Like the Haaland's up, the Llorente's up, and the Nusa was bought at discard, so he's just about the same. But a lot of the guys like Ronaldo, Yaya Toure, Bernardo Silva, I'm going to show you boys, I think some of these investments are still possible depending on what happens with the game, some of the SBCs, right? I'll walk you through it, right? And actually, boys, a lot of you will know I'm on, you know, the second account, right? We have a second Trade to Glory account, currently on about 600,000 coins liquid, with this count on about 4.2 million coins liquid. It depends on the investment, but you'll know on the second account about 600k, and we're actually all in on the Anchor Chem style. Now, these are about 900 coins. They're selling for 950 kind of at the minute. They're selling mainly for 900. I went all in at about 850 coins. You can probably sell them at 950. The reason I've gone all in on Anchors on another account, boys, and it's probably still possible, is if you've been tracking this card at all this year, it is like 4,000 coins on a high. It gets to 2,500, 3,000 coins. It is basically low because there's just a ridiculous amount of Black Friday pack supply, mega packs, premium gold packs from all the flash challenges. And I think it'll creep up from sort of 800, 850 coins all the way back up to probably 1.5 and 1.2 thousand coins. If you do want to trade the Anchor, keep an eye on the Shadow. It normally moves in tandem with the Shadow. When this Shadow card eventually goes back to 5,000 coins, I think the Anchor will follow suit. Shadow right now is 4,000 coins. I think give or take a few days, this card will be back up towards 4.55 thousand coins, and I think the Anchor won't be far behind. So I've got in on Anchor, hoping to turn that 600,000 coins into 700, 800, or 900,000 coins until we can get to 1 million. And while we've got that all in, we can trade on the main account a little bit more. And like I say, hopefully we can sell off some of these investments and start to go back in, because there's so many things I'm interested in right now. And it's what I want to talk to you boys about today. Fodder is a possibility, but I think some of these cards are probably better investments. Now, the PINA Player of the Month might change that. If it's not too expensive, maybe it'll be the most completed SBC ever. Who even knows? And in terms of what's on the game right now, boys, I think it is really, really important to keep an eye on a few things that are expiring. We have the Estrella de Montecada that is expiring in about 3 days. Now, this is actually a really good evo for some of the cards like Marmouche and some other ones. So again, take a look at that. Competitive Catalyst is not as good. A lot of people put the Inform Paqueta in that. I wouldn't bother with that. That expires within 4 days, and the rest of them are pretty fine. If we take a look at some of the free ones, this should probably be gone very, very soon. Captain's Grit, a nice free one to start some chains. We got a new goalkeeper evo, and I've put Chevalier. Oh no, it's not this one. I think I've already put Chevalier in my one, right? Let me take a look. Here we go, My Evolutions. Yeah, I already have, right? This is the one that's called Between the Sticks, and it actually turns my Chevalier into this card here with Far Reach Plus, every playstyle apart from these two, which I don't really care about. It's these four that I actually like. He has all four, and of course, barely any French goalkeepers in the game. I'm just setting myself up for a nice chain for a meta rat squad, so I really recommend you do something similar with Between the Sticks, with it, you know, being a free evolution. Don't miss out on that. The Flash Evolutions, boys, they expire in 21 hours, which when you're watching this is probably about 5 or 6 hours. So if you want to get this done, go and get it done ASAP. And in terms of SBCs, genuinely, it's quite sad. Why is it sad, you might ask? It's because, well, a lot of the Black Friday SBCs that we use for upgrades for the League SBCs and everything, they're expiring, right? This expires today, that expires today. The League SBCs are, of course, repeatable. That expires in 3 days, but all the good Black Friday upgrades expire today. And I don't know what they're going to replace them with. Monday's, of course, upgrade day. We didn't really get too much today. We got a few things. I think we got like an 80 times 2 or something. We just didn't get that much, right? The Black Friday looked like they were way better value, way worth, you know, way more worth completing. I think we got this double 80. Yeah, that expires in 3 days. We've still got a couple of them expiring in 3 days, and that will see us through a little bit. But why are some of the good ones expiring? I don't really get that from EA. Just keep them out until, you know, the whole of Thunderstruck when it goes on Friday. We got the Dead Ball Evo. Not one for me, but I like that it's called Bend It Like Beckham. I like that. The Intercept one is, of course, better. And there is a few other things you can take a look at, boys. We, of course, got the new campaign mix, which when we take a look at Fodder, this actually did something huge for 84. If you went in on 84s at discard, which we've been talking about for a while. They're up like 1,000 coins just because of this SBC right here, and I think it gives us some more opportunity for low-end fodder that I do want to talk about. Take a look at fodder, boys. No time to waste. We need to look at this with PINA in a little bit, but I want to take a look at low-end fodder. These 84s have gone from discard, right? They have been discard for so long. Discard price, 800 coins. You could get them, boys, you could get these cards on bids for 700, 750 coins like no tomorrow. There was like no competition on them. And look at that. You could have picked them on mass at this price, and now they're back up at 1,000 coins. Will they go higher? Possibly. You might even be able to still invest at this price. I mean, I wouldn't do it just yet with the new campaign being recently out. Maybe give it a few more days if they get back down. But what are some other cards we can take a look at? Well, we'll take a look at that later when we're looking at PINA, because we really do think that PINA and the Joga Bonito promo coming on Friday could affect that as well. So we'll take a look. But just something to note, that 84 has already gone up. If you invested, fair play, you could already sell for like a 300 coin profit on every single card you bought. The main thing we want to look at beforehand is some of these cards that have already started to boom. We called investments already, boys, and some of these cards have already started to fly. Marcus Llorente, we picked up at 70,000 coins. He is now nearly 95,000 coins. Take a look at his 14-day graph, boys. You can see his exact Black Friday low at low 70,000 coins. Boom, he's up 20,000 coins. This Alvaro Fernandez is a left back that the pros love. I think this card can still go higher, boys. I think this card can touch 45, 50,000 coins again. He got up to 80,000 coins. When 86 fit Evos, by the way, this card will go back to 80,000 coins no matter what he is. This card will be Evo to crap as a left back, honestly, believe me. But he was as low as 28,000 coins. He is up 10,000 coins, right? However, like I'm showing you this Estaval and some of the other cards, not every card is up right now. We actually bought our Estavals for 90,000 or 91,000 coins with a Hunter, and he's still the same price. Now, is he the best investment? I don't think so. He's not as rare as other cards on the game, but when we invested, a lot of the cards were already up, so we went with Estaval, and he is possibly still an amazing investment. I want to show you my foot bin list of cards that I'm looking at the moment, which should really help you boys out. But what other cards can you take a look at? What other cards I wanted to show you today? We've of course got some of the Thunderstruck cards, like this Dallo card, who we said would rise, and he is already up to 88,000 coins, boys. Like I say, don't worry, you've still got opportunity, but look at some of these cards already, from 70,000 coins to 88,000 coins. That is only Dallo. Pedro Neto has been as low as 255, 260,000 coins, and he's currently 285. If you look around there, you can see he's selling for 286, 287. We picked one up at 252. I'm likely going to try and flip this on for 290, 295, and use the coins to go in elsewhere. Maybe back into Estaval, maybe back into a different card I want to show you in a little bit. But we did Pedro Neto, and he's up. So as you can see, boys, some cards are up right now, some cards are still down, which means you already can start taking profits, you can wait a little bit longer, or you can go back in. It's such a good market for trading right now. I would have said normally to avoid centre-back and right-backs because we got this Kuhn, the SBC, yesterday, but as I'm sure you boys have already seen, this is probably the worst SBC of the entire year. It is 500,000 coins. It has no playstyles on his gold. His gold has the exact same number of playstyles. So you are paying 500,000 coins for a +1. And as you boys know, this year's stats aren't all that. It just doesn't matter. If this card had a few extra playstyles, if it had Anticipate and Intercept, I can see it being worth it. But it just doesn't. So it is not worth the 500,000 coins. Centre-backs and right-backs will be fine. But let me, boys, show you my lists. My footbin lists of cards that I'm looking at right now that you can look at to trade and invest in the next couple of days until we talk about that stupid PINA Player of the Month, right? How can you be making coins? Boys, just before that, if you could subscribe to the channel, only 18% of you who watch these videos are actually subscribed. So if you all subscribe, we'll be on about 10 million subs by next month. No, I don't know. I don't know what we'll be on, but if you could just hit subscribe right now, it would help us out a lot. I appreciate all you boys. Okay, here they are, my footbin list. Now, all this is, boys, is cards that you can put on a footbin list and keep an eye on. You go to footbin, you go to your profile, and you go to my list down here. I have two, nothing different between them. You're only allowed 30 cards on a list, so I just have two to split the cards out. All I'm looking at here, boys, are cards from the re-release and really super rare cards like these Fanta Orange cards that are amazing to fluctuation trade with, and they're also cards I think can do amazing out of packs. So I'll try and show this full complete list here, which is my main one. As you can see, I've sorted it by the rarity. We've got the team weeks at the bottom. A lot of the cards we've already spoke about. Reinders is already up to 124,000 coins. We showed you that Alvaro and Llorente. Haaland's back at 90,000 coins. That might be a card I'm interested to buy more of. Never mind. He's actually 94,000 coins. Make sure every time you go on this page, you refresh the price so it is up to date. As you can see there, Haaland is 94,000 coins. And yeah, We've also got the list too, but keep an eye on this list. You can go and make your own. You can go and copy mine. I've put this in our free Discord in the description. I'm sure a lot of you boys are in there by now. If you are not, go and check it out. This is another card I am interested in. If he's still at 256,000 coins, I'm on 90,000 coins right now, but maybe I sell my Pedro Neto Thunderstruck and go and buy a Daniel De Rossi at 256. As you will see, the low on this card, with it being a live hero card, is about 250,000 coins, and a lot of the market's already risen, so maybe that's a card I might go and buy. And this is why FUTBIN lists are so useful. You get to see the price of all the cards you're interested in right next to each other. Main 2 is here, boys. This one's not as organized. I probably should go and sort it. But this is a group of cards that I am just as interested in, probably along the lower end on some of these cards. Some of them are just as good, by the way, like Wirtz, Salma. Salah's in form, I believe, is on both lists. That is a problem. But anyway, yeah, these are some other cards I'm interested in, probably on the lower end. And as you can see, we bought our Bernardo Silva for 40,000 coins, and he had 42,000 coins. But some of these cards, like Cristiano Ronaldo, he's back up at 600,000 coins. Oh my God, I bought mine at 600. He went down to 560 today, and he's back at 610. You can see why these cards are amazing to trade with. So go and copy my list, make your own, add any cards you like to trade with. And yeah, let's do it. Let's bite the bullet. Let's talk about Claudia Pena's Player of the Month and what it will do to the market, boys. And guys, if you want to use players like this and like this and just need that little extra boost, then you can get your cheap, fast, and most importantly, safe FC26 coins at eldorado.gg. They have 24/7 support, a money-back guarantee, and you can use code JEAD at checkout to get another 5% off your order. Link is in the description. Okay, like we said, it is not guaranteed. It just feels like it's very, very close to being confirmed. This could be a possible card you see here. I don't think it will be, boys. Let me tell you my prediction of what I think will happen. Now, if you're watching this and the leak is already out, then you can spit on my face and call me whatever you want. I don't know, but I don't think it will be out when you're watching this, ideally. So I think we're going to get this Claudia Pena Player of the Month here. I think it's going to be a +1 on her regular card. I do not think it will be an 88. I think it will be an 87, like the Cornerstone card here. But I don't think it will have low driven. Now, I'm completely guessing, but I think they'll give a finesse shot, power shot, a Travella type playstyle. I think they will try and nerf her to a degree. Now, if they give her finesse, she's still great. If they give her rapid, she's still great. But if they give her pretty much anything else, then she's not as good and probably will not be as completed. Now, however, I do say that she's still Claudia Pena, which means she still will move the fodder market. I don't think fodder is the best investment for this Claudia Pena. I will tell you what I do think is the best investment in just a second, but of course I will get questions. Now, fodder has already spiked quite a lot. If you take a look at 88s, for example, they're 13.25 thousand coins. Now, I wish I invested in this. I didn't. I lost out. If you look at the low on these cards, they were 9,000 coins. They are up 4,000 coins a card. That is just mental. Hindsight is 2020, but yeah, I missed out on these cards. 87s have followed a similar pattern. Beth Mead is now 8.4 thousand coins with all the current SBCs out, and everyone expecting these cards to rise for things like Pena. She was as low as 5.7 thousand coins. There's some ridiculous profit to be made on fodder. Do I think there's any ratings you can still go in on? Possibly. I think the best rating right now is 85. This has nothing to do with Pena, but you're telling that 84s are already getting up above discard, and normally 85s follow. Now, this is not the lowest they got. They did get as low as, I believe, 1.7 thousand coins, or 1.8 or 1.9 thousand coins. But I believe these cards can touch 3 to 3.5 to 4,000 coins once again. Now, it would take a few SBCs, but I think it's the safest rating right now. 86s are already up a little bit, but they are also not too bad. I think these are my two favorite ratings. These were as low as 3.4, they're now 4.4, but I think these can hit 5.5 and 6,000 coins very soon. So go and have a look at 85s and 86s. Nothing to do with Pena Player of the Month. I think if you want to look at Pena Player of the Month and other high-rated fodder, you should instead be looking at informs. Now, a lot of informs, as you can see, are already up. 88 to 14,000 coins, like this Bull, and she was already as low as 12,000 coins. I still think this card can go higher. I don't love all the informs. I think you can pick specific ones. 88s are fine, and 87s, again, were a discard, and you can still pick them up for close to discard, but as you can see, he's really selling for 12,000 coins. If you can try and pick up 87s for 11.25 and below, I still think it's fine. You're probably waiting a little while for them to go up to 13 or 14,000 coins, 15,000 coins, and be worth it. But a Pena Player of the Month could be the thing that moves them. So I like Bull. I like some of the 87s if you can get them on bids and on snipes a little bit cheaper. But I also really just, like these 85 and 86. They could be a little bit of a longer hold, but I don't think they should be too bad if you just want to hold them for a few weeks into Pena Player of the Month and into a few other things. But I did say, boys, I think there is a better investment for Pena's Player of the Month. And that is actually cards that link to Pena. Now, I'm going to show you one of my favorites, but there are other cards you can choose. We, of course, did get the Koundé Player of the Month, okay? This Bon Mati card, I'm sure you boys will have seen, has been super, super hyped this year. People love this Bon Mati card, and she, even though she's a gold card, is still one of those meta cams or sentiments in the entire game, right? But with her, you know, Pina probably getting a Player of the Month. You might want to wait till it's confirmed, but it also might be too late at that point. Even though this card's up from its low point, I still think it can go higher, possibly to 200,000 coins when we get the Pina Player of the Month. We've just had Koundé. She's been in packs, so she's not, you know, been affected by all the Black Friday panic too much. I think if you can get this card at a decent price over the next couple of days, I'm not sure what that exactly is. It'll depend on pack supply and different things. But if you can get this card at a decent price and look to sell it in the hype or even when the actual Player of the Month Pina does come out, if it does come out, I think that could be a great investment. Now, she's not the only one, but I think with the stage people's teams are getting to at the minute and the price of a Pina Player of the Month, you would probably need to look at cards like this and cards similar to this that are still quite meta. I don't think, for example, you can look at cards like Salma as much. Her gold card, maybe her promo card is a really good, you know, place to look, but her gold card, I believe it's like 6 or 7 or 8,000 coins. She's up a little bit. To be fair, she is already up a lot. She was at least like 7 or 8,000 coins, I believe, at the low of Black Friday. I don't think this card's one to invest in right now, especially if she's up, as a lot of people want cards that are better than this to get into their teams at the minute, like the gold Bon Mati card for Lynx. But that is not all that is coming. We are getting, of course, the new promo on Friday. And although I don't have many leaks to show you right now, let me show you what we do know about Joga Bonito, the new promo on Friday. Before we do that, boys, I realised I've not even told you when Player of the Month Pina is coming. Jesus God, I've not even told you. It should be next Monday, boys. Now, that is really important. If you've been screaming at me, waiting for me to tell you that, I do apologise. As you can see, Mohaps is quite a reliable leaker here, and he's telling you it should be next Monday. The reason I mention this and the reason this video is coming out is that yesterday, Monday, when you're watching this, it was meant to be today because basically the other Player of the Month, the Liga F Player of the Month, expired, and everyone thought it was coming today. But now that it's next week, you might have at least one more week buy window on those Bon Matis, on people selling off those cards, and if we get any more pack supply, possibly even on Friday, boys, with the Bon Mati, as we get the Joga Bonito promo, which I can show you here. Now, we have a few leaks for this. I'm not sure if the card design is actually official at the minute on this one or one of the other ones I will show you, but we are getting Endrick and we are getting heroes. Now, Ramirez is not confirmed as the hero. We are also getting this Yan Kuso. Now, this might be the official card, I'm not sure, but he is coming as an objective card. And I think this promo, boys, looks fantastic. Maybe EA have got me. EA have just got me with the hype and with, you know, the propaganda. But a Joga Bonito promo just sounds like football could be back and FC26 could be back after Black Friday. Look, I could be getting excited for no reason. Who knows? But Brazilian cards, South American cards, cards with 5-star skills. I really do hope this could be the promo where Endrick gets 5-star skills, Ramirez gets 5-star skills or 5-star weak foot. I just love that type of promo. I think we usually get it with a few different ones, like Foot Birthday, of course, is the main one. But maybe they can do a 5-star skill type promo here, or maybe a lot of the cards get like Trickster or something. I don't know. I don't know what they're going to do with it. Hopefully it is leaked very soon, because although we hate leaks, we need to know about them, sadly, because that's how the trading market works and how the content market works on FC26. You just need to know about them or you get left behind. But this is basically what we know about Joga Bonito. We know there's heroes coming. It should be at least 3 of them. We know that Endrick's coming, and we know that Yan Kuto's coming. So it looks to me like to be a Brazil, South American themed promo, with it, of course, being called Joga Bonito, which is Brazilian. So let's see what does come during this promo. But I'll tell you one thing. We can't give you many investments for this yet because we just don't know enough about it. But I can tell you one thing, that I am excited for this promo, boys. So, boys, Joga Bonito promo is nearly here. If you could leave a like on the video if this did help you out, it helps push the video. I'd really appreciate it. And if you want some coins ready for Joga Bonito, ready to go and smash the new weekend league ahead and start smashing trading over the weekend, go and check out this video we put out the other day about the investments that I've been doing on screen now, as I walk you through some investments that you can still be making. They were for Sunday and Monday, but they should still be viable. So go and check that out, make some coins. But boys, like always, until next time, I'll see you all in a bizzle.